It has never been harder to make money online than right now, unless you have a personal brand to do it. So today I'm gonna teach you exactly how, honestly, anyone can start monetizing and building their personal brand today to make upwards of $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, even $50,000 per month. And no, you don't need millions of views, you don't need millions of followers, you don't need fancy equipment, you don't need any of these things. The truth is, it has never been easier to create an intentional, micro-niche personal brand than right now. So today I'm gonna cover exactly why you need a personal brand, exactly how you're gonna create it, and I'm literally gonna give you the exact step-by-step of what you need to do, and thirdly, I will tell you how you can monetize it. Because look, you can have the most aesthetic, the coolest personal brand in the world, but if you're not making money from it, well then frankly, it just doesn't matter. Now, if you actually just wanna skip this entire process and work with me one-on-one to ensure that you actually make money with your personal brand, well then just click the link below to see if you qualify. So look, let me explain exactly why you need a personal brand if you want to make money online in 2025. Because the truth is, people don't buy from companies, they buy from people. But here's the kicker, because 20 years ago, it would have been much easier to do this. The reason why it's so difficult right now is due to something that experts are calling the trust recession. And by the way, that's not just me saying it. We are quite literally in the middle of a trust recession. Now, what that means is that people have never been more distrusting of each other than right now. And of course, trust is really the ultimate prerequisite for capitalism. If I don't trust you, I'm never gonna buy from you. And if you don't trust me, well then you're never gonna buy from me. And the reality is that over 70% of people do not trust their institutions, nor do they trust their companies. In fact, the PwC survey just showed just how distrustful people are of companies and corporations. And that is exactly why people buy from people. Now, the most common misconception is that you need millions of followers to actually make money with your personal brand. But the truth is, you honestly don't need more than a couple of thousand subscribers. Now, I say subscribers are not followers because YouTube is the best and honestly the only way that you can actually monetize your personal brand in 2025. Because on YouTube, views don't matter, but dollars do. Meaning there are hundreds and hundreds of tiny YouTube channels that are making more money than some of the biggest influencers you know. And the only reason that's possible is because YouTube is the only place where you can actually overcome the trust recession. And that is because of something that Google has coined the 7-11-4 rule. Now, what that states is that people need to spend over 7 hours watching your content, over 11 touch points and 4 platforms in order to feel the requisite trust to buy from you. Now let's dial it back. Let's think about that for a minute. Imagine how many reels of yours or how many TikToks of yours someone would have to watch in order to have watched 7 hours of your content. The number is massive, which is why we don't play the short form game. That's exactly why we're posting on YouTube. Because the key to monetizing your personal brand in 2025 is posting micro niche content on YouTube, precisely like this video you're watching right now. So why does micro niche content actually work so well? Well, it all hinges on the fastest growing economy, honestly, of this decade. And that is the e-learning economy. Now look, the online education economy, industry, whatever you want to call it, is already a $250 billion economy. Meaning this is no small thing. This isn't just a fad. This isn't just a bunch of kids selling courses. This is so much bigger than that. But what's cool is not even that. What's cool is that this is growing by over 20% per year. And the next decade, the online education space is going to be worth over $2 trillion. That is larger than the entire video game and pharmaceutical industries combined. So that should tell you something just about the scale of opportunity you have before you. Because here's what's gonna happen. In the next decade, over 50% of the workforce is gonna need to be reskilled. Why? Well, because of AI. And where do you think these people are gonna go? Are they gonna go back to university? Are they gonna put themselves into more debt to learn skills that are already antiquated in universities? Or are they gonna go seek answers through online education? Well, of course, the latter is what's going to happen. And that is why people that have monetizable skills are so uniquely positioned to actually make money on YouTube, even if they don't get any views. So let me tell you exactly how this works so that you can get started literally today. So here's how it works. So let me explain exactly how people are making $10, $30, even $50,000 per month posting really simple YouTube videos. Because it's not the YouTube AdSense that's paying us. It's actually using YouTube as a funnel for your back-end offer. Now, when I say your back-end offer, here's what I mean. If you have any sort of skill, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're very good at sales, like my client Alex, who now makes over $25,000 per month. Or if you're very good at TikTok Shop, like my client Jack, who made $3,000 off his second video ever. And if you have any skill like that, you can teach others how to do it and make money in the process. And that is what I mean when I say the online education space, because people want to learn new skills from people who actually have those skills, not from university professors, not from someone who's been lecturing for 20 years, but from someone who actually has the skill and practices what they preach. So that means if you can solve someone's problem, you can make money solving it. And YouTube is the place you can acquire these customers, not just for free, but YouTube will actually pay you in AdSense to acquire these customers. Now, here's what people don't realize about YouTube, because 70% of YouTube users are actually there in order to solve a problem they're already facing. Meaning, if you have a video titled How Anyone Can Make $275 an hour on TikTok Shop using this method, well then people that want to learn how to do TikTok Shop will search for your video and eventually stumble across it. And once they do, they're already in a mindset where they want to learn the skill. If they can pay you to accelerate that process, if they can pay you to get that skill, well, of course they're going to. And that is how a small segment of people are making so much money using YouTube as a funnel for their back-end offers. Now, that begs the question, how do you actually grow on YouTube so that you can start making money? Well, the truth is that the bar for success has quite literally never been lower, because all you need is a couple of thousand views. So let me tell you exactly how to get there. Because you don't need fancy equipment, you don't need to spend tons of money on your videos. All you need to do is follow what I call the OVS framework. Now, OVS stands for Outlier Video Strategy, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel if you want to succeed on YouTube. All you have to do is be just a little bit perceptive. So what does that actually mean? Well, the way to make money with YouTube is by finding what are called outlier videos. Now, outlier videos are simply videos that have performed abnormally well on someone's channel. And the easiest way to actually know if they have is by downloading a Chrome extension called vidIQ. And vidIQ will tell you exactly how much of an outlier that video is. How much better has it performed in relation to the other videos on said channel. So once you've found an outlier concept, all you have to do is literally repackage it so that it fits your niche. And what happens is every couple of months, there are these trends, these outlier packages that pave their way through YouTube. For example, a couple of months ago, you had the Just Copy Me trend, which honestly is still working very, very well. And once you post these videos, you're gonna get the exact traffic you want in order to start selling on the back end. And then it's very simple. You have a link in the description, just like I do in mine, and you ask people to book a call if they want to learn more, or if, really to see if there's a good fit. Okay, so let's say your video gets 1,000 views. Really, all you need is 1,000 views, by the way. Because our client Jack, he made his first 2 sales off a video that only had 1,500 views and made $3,000 doing it. So let's say you get 1,000 views. Conservatively, 1% of people will click and actually book a call with you. So out of 1,000 viewers, that's gonna be 10 people. If you can book 10 calls, let's say realistically let's say you close 20%. Well, all of a sudden you can make 2 sales off only 1,000 views. And if you charge $5,000, well, you've just made $10,000 off 1,000 views. And that is exactly why this strategy is so powerful, because it doesn't require you to get millions and millions of views in order to make money. In fact, if you can just get a couple thousand views per month, you can make more than most people do in their jobs. And all you have to do is rinse and repeat. You keep looking for outliers, you repackage them so they fit in your niche, and then you just post week on week on week. And in the process, you're building the most powerful asset you could ever have, your personal brand. And by the way, this is what all the biggest players are doing in the space. I mean, think about it. Right now, in this economy, we are in a creator-first economy. People are no longer buying from companies, they are buying from brands. And of course, it's human nature. So if you want me to help you through this entire process and literally make sure you start making money today, well then click the link below to see if you qualify. And with that, I will see you in the next one.